The original Coffee Bean and Tea Leaf was established in Los Angeles, California in 1963. They have been selling premium coffee and tea throughout the US and Asia for 61 years this year. Coffee Bean and Tea Leaf make a handcraft beverage according to the preference of the consumer in an effort to provide the highest level of customer satisfaction. Their excellent customer service has a big part to play in their success. There are currently over 900 Coffee Bean and Tea Leaf locations in the US and Asia. The company is the biggest and most established specialty coffee and tea retailer in the United States, operating company-owned outlets in California, Arizona, Singapore, and Malaysia. The US and Asia are home to their franchise, and they have just opened a new location in Australia, Egypt, India, and Mexico. Every year, Coffee Bean and Tea Leaf serve more than 100 million coffee and tea beverages globally. The vision of Coffee Bean and Tea Leaf are simply the best roaster and global retailer of coffee and tea, while the mission of Coffee Bean and Tea Leaf are to create a spirit within our company that inspire our team's member to provide our customer with a total quality experience, quality of product, service, and environment. The core value of Coffee Bean and Tea Leaf is guaranteed by providing in-person service, the core concept known as FROTH, which means friendly, respect, ownership, teamwork, and honesty. Next, I will talk about the stakeholder of Coffee Bean and Tea Leaf. The Coffee Bean and Tea Leaf continuously strive to enhance its corporate social responsibility protocol to address the fears of many stakeholder groups. The stakeholders of Coffee Bean and Tea Leaf are employee, customer, supplier, environment, investor, communities, and social.
Environmental analysis. Environmental assessment. A passive study of a corporation can provide an overview of the external element that might affect a company goals effectively and effectively. And since Google is a huge multinational corporation, it is vulnerable to various pressures. The passive study may highlight the relevance of political, economical, social, technical, environmental, and legal factors on the company operations. Nonetheless, the organization should be developing an appropriate method to assist them for a proper hazard. Political factors. Political issue can have a variety of effects on a company growth. The political situation in the nation in which a firm works may influence its success. As for economic factors, the current circumstances of a country are associated tied to the operations of a firm. If a corporation wants to increase its profit, it may seek area with a sustainable trending condition. Here and a few economic considerations may conflict, such as the majority of developing countries have an improvement its attribute. It might be a favorable indicator for country looking to expand their industry. Number third is social factors. Social conditions are important aspects that might impact any businesses, revenues, and profits. The personal analysis Coffee Beans and Tea Leaf can demonstrate how the socio-economic characteristics of an operating range might affect the company's sales. And number four is technological factors. Despite on the factor that technical circumstances might not be a direct change to the Coffee Beans and Tea Leaf companies' technology growth, they may have an impact of the firms in the long term and long run. Coffee Beans and Tea Leaf passive study may demonstrate how technology can either impact or stimulate the company growth. Number five is ecological factors. Concerns may not have a direct influences on a company operations. However, they can have an indirect impact on its advancements. Here, and number six, the lastly is legal factors. Many legal obstacles can influence a company growth either in explicit or implicit of a corporations is involved in any legal proceedings. This might produce an unbearable pictures. Its reputation might be ruined. The passive analysis Coffee Bean Leaf can assist in identifying legal factors such as the organization must follow the employment standard and product safety norm sets out by the law of the countries in which it operates at the time. If they do not comply, the business license may be revoked. Other than that, its license rules and clashes with trade laws might hinder the company growth. Next, I'm going to explain about Porter's 5 factors. Porter 5 factor is a framework that illustrates the average the 5 competitive force that influence any sector and specify of industry weakness and strength. It is to develop company strength. 5 factors analysis typically used to assess an industry structure. Porter model may be used to any sector of the economy to better analyze industry competitive and improve a company long profitability, such as Michael E. Porter said, a Harvard Business School professor is honored with the 5 force concept. There is threats of a new entrance, number 1, and then threats of substitutes, bargaining power of buyers, bargaining power of suppliers, and the last is intensity of competitive rivals. I will explain a little bit about threats of a new entrance. The risk of a new entrance entering the business is medium, as the barrier to enter are not high enough to prevent new competitors from entering the market. With a monopoly market structure, the capacity of the industry is relatively high. And second thing is threats of substitutes. These are several acceptable coffee alternatives, including tea, fruit juice, water, sodas, energy, and so on. Non-alcoholic beverage served in bars and pubs could potentially serve as substitutes for the social experiment of coffee beans and tea leaf. Number 3 is bargaining power of buyers. There are numerous buyers in this industry, and no single buyer can demand a discount. It supplies vertically differentiated items to a diverse customer base that buys only small quantities. Weakening buyers' power. Although there are no transition costs due to the abundant available of substitute item, industry leaders such as coffee beans and tea leaf rarely market prices elasticity and competitive premium pricing to the price to product mix. Number 4 is bargaining power of suppliers. The most important component of the coffee beans and tea leaf value chain are coffee beans and high quality Arabic coffee grown in specific locations. These are common inputs where the cost of switching between suppliers is relatively low. Strategy analysis coffee bean and tea leaf corporation. Coffee beans and tea leaf are able to utilize its supplier due to its size and scope, but maintaining a fair trade certified coffee under its Coffee and Farming Equality CAFE program, which provide fair partnership status to its supplier. And number 5 is intensity of competitive leverage, the last one. As I mentioned, this sector characterized by monopolistic competitions, which coffee beans and tea leaf holding the larger market share, and its closer competitors are also holding a significant market share, which puts coffee bean and tea leaf under considerable pressure. Consumers bear the cost of migrating to other competitors, leading to intense rivalry. However, coffee beans and tea leaf must maintain some competitive advantage by differentiating its product with high quality product and services. Competitive analysis. A competitive analysis is a process which potential competitors are identified and analyzed. This strategy can help you gain a competitive advantage over your competitors and even fend off potential competitors. A competitive analysis can help you to identify weakness or opportunities in your competitions. Among other things, a competitive analysis helps us to identify the unique value propositions of products and things that differentiate our product from those of existing competitors, and that can also help us in future market efforts. Coffee Bean & Tea was founded in Seattle in 1971 and has developed into one of the largest coffee shops in the world. However, the company offers a wide range of beans and grounds coffee as well instead of coffee. This information is important to stay relevant and ensure that our products and marketing campaigns are successful as the industry standards. And we also find our competitors' weakness and use marketing opportunity to test a new unique marketing effort that they cannot describe. Coffee Beans and Tea Leaf markets itself a beverage company that also offer a more traditional coffee house experience. The Coffee Bean and Tea Leaf facilities are designed a customer comfort in fun. The pleasant decor, free internet access should make interactive people for looking a better place to relax and communicate and friends. Customers with a high disposable income are more willing to pay premium for high quality goods. As what a Coffee Beans provide, people with lower disposable income are more likely to change their consumption habits in time of economic downturn than people with higher financial serves, while the macroeconomics environmental instability has an impact on Coffee Beans and Tea Leaf. One of the largest competitors with Coffee Beans and Tea Leaf is Dunkin' Donuts as one of the larger competitors, like I mentioned, a Dunkin' Donuts shop. And then second is, we can mention as Costa Coffee, that was a British coffee company, was founded in 1971. And lastly, maybe I can say it's a McCafe. It's a McDonald's cafe that was firstly launched in Melbourne.
Okay, for my part, I'll be presenting about the Coffee Beans and Tea Leaf Strategy Development Analysis. This is including the Strategy Pastel Analysis. So we have the political factors, which is reformations of Malaysian tax law and also decreasing and unemployment rate. The reformations of Malaysia tax law may be considered as an opportunity for the Coffee Beans and Tea Leaf to expand locally. With the lower income tax regulation being implemented, employee workers will have a higher disposable income, which could be a chance to attract more customers. The decreasing of unemployment rate can also positively impact the business. Consequently, there will be a higher numbers of people earning salary, which will lead having more potential customers. Economic factors, local currency exchange rates, increasing unemployment rates, roughly changing the workers' income. So since Coffee Beans and Tea Leaf is international company, local currency exchange rates may be a problem and an opportunity at the same time. If there is a high local exchange rate, this could mean a lower profit for the business, but if the exchange rate is low, a higher profit could be achieved. This increasing the employer rates in Malaysia could be translated as having more prospective customers. The roughly changing worker income may be a threat to the business because there might be a customers who won't be able to afford the products in the long run. This would result to having the low patronizing customers. Socio-cultural. Coffee culture grows in the Malaysians, lifestyle pattern changes and level of education of the populations in the local branches. So the growth of the coffee cultures in Malaysia is clearly evidenced in the increasing demands of specialty coffee. Most middle class, high class people prefer coffee served by Coffee Beans and Tea Leaf for relaxations and work purposes than those made by local companies. The ever-changing lifestyle of Malaysia may pose problems for the business, just like the saying goes, in business, creativity and innovation is the key for longevity. The effort of the company would be determine the results. So the locations of the business is not considered as a problem, as most local branches are found in the high visible areas with many middle classes and high class individuals. Technological, increasing number of people emerge in the social media and also high smartphone usage rates. The increasing of number of social media user could be a great opportunity for the Coffee Beans and Tea Leaf to advertise their products. There is an easy access to social media both for media producer and also consumer. Therefore, there is an audience is assured. Having a high smartphone usage rate also give the company an opportunity to improve their mobile apps and also digital services. Ecological, environmental laws, regulations, Malaysia long dry seasons. So the environmental law and regulations in Malaysia give the business a chance to increase customers' participations by aligning their business to eco-protections. On the other hand, the long dry seasons of Malaysia may be a problem to the company. According to the National Coffee Associations, people tend to drink coffee for energy boost, relaxations, and for waking up. However, due to the high humidities, which is from 71% to 85% here in Malaysia, customer may feel uncomfortable. Legal, there are 3: product safety regulations, consumer protections law, advertising, and also promotion regulations. So the coffee beans and tea leaf have the chance to improve their performance and customer satisfaction rates by following the rules and regulations on product safety, consumer protection, and also advertising. So this will lessen the chances of the company to be involved in an issue that could damage their reputations. Adhering to the law is one way that can improve the brand name in the business. Okay, analyzing the coffee industry with the Porter 5 force models. The first, we have the larger numbers of firms, strong force, which is consists of moderate variety of firms, moderate force, and also low switching cost, strong force. Second is the rivalry among competitors, strong force. Third, potentially entry of the new competitors, which is there is a moderate force. After that, threats of substitute, which is a strong force. Bargaining powers of buyers, strong force, and bargaining powers of suppliers, which is that is a weak force. So moving on to the SWOT analysis. For the strength, we have the price powers, company marketing strategies, environmentally friendly, innovative cultures, and differentiations. For weakness, there are lack of recognitions, increasing its competitors such as Starbucks, Bus Bears, San Francisco. That is their competitors. And then third is rising prices, which is they have to rise up the price, the base price, due to the cost of the ingredients. And then also weak management, which is their management is not as stable as other coffee industry like Starbucks. For the opportunities, they tend to they can get the technology advance, which is maybe they can upgrade their device for order, and then they can provide a new services or new product. For threats, which is intense competitions between other coffee company branches, substitute product, which is they need to change the product. For example, like milk from in Malaysia, they use the Dutch Lady milks, then they have to change to the local one, which is farm fresh maybe. So this is the way how this is one of the threat why they substitute the product. And then moving on, economic declines of coffee industry. So since there's a lot of articles emerged that informing that what is bad about coffee, so this could be one of it. Make it the economic declines for coffee industry, and then the cost changes. So next, the coffee beans tea leaf strategy. So the strategy of coffee bean and tea leaf will be examined from a varieties perspective, including those pertaining to the company customers and its products and also its finance. So product-oriented strategy, the coffee beans and tea leaf company produce and sell second most coffee. So high-quality items are its specialty according to the company websites. So they will provide a high-quality coffees and teas from across the globes, which is with their quotes, find your flavor. And in our word, philosophies and customers promise. So they said that they only selected top 1% of Arabica beans and first-hand plucked whole leaf teas. And they stay connected to the harvest to achieve tea perfections. The group provides a high quality goods directly from the small farmers. So Starbucks have a fewer items that competitor but competes of pricings. Coffee bean tea leaf promotes high standard and affordable prices that acquire to the market share. So customer oriented strategy. So the coffee bean and tea leaf, they cherish their customers. They want the greatest coffee and tea. So since their Brentwood, California store opens, Coffee Beans has stressed client loyalty, and it seeks client growth and loyalty. So local business and home delivery change consumer expectations, where online orders over $75 will be shipped for free, and phone orders for home delivery help non-internet users. So franchise adapt brand-loving developers, which is Coffee Beans and Tea Leaf Real Estates and Development Divisions, will design, specify, and construct on Malaysia outlets. Franchising leverage local partners' capability to generate income. So regards franchiser selections for repute, customer service management resolve issues, recognize the needs, and also establish connections where they strive product, service, shopping excellence. So customers should rate connectivity, quality, and also experience. Financial-oriented strategy. As a private limited liability company, Coffee Beans and Tea Leaf will seek investor and also shareholder profits, where they are positioning consumers and goods well, while also considering shareholders and investors. So the company goals is to generate revenue and realize potential profits from their stakeholder by satisfying customers with the best qualified and innovative product and services. Recommendations to ensure that it's continue to have a strong and secure position in the industry. Coffee Beans and Tea Leaf has to make a certain modifications and innovations. So a few recommendations are offered, like increasing the numbers of different item services that are offered. Their position will be strengthened as a result of this. Increasing the amount of innovation and technical breakthrough that are implemented inside the firms is necessary in order to combat the growing rivalry limitations. Help social activists who are opposed to the participants in the international markets find solutions to their problems, and also reduce the price of the product in order to increase the numbers of customers and make them more affordable for all different types of customers. So create groundbreaking marketing campaigns, promotional activities and branding strategies, then put them into an actions. These include CSR, sustainable practice, in relation to making a contribution to the growth of the community. In conclusion, internationally, Coffee Beans and Tea Leaf is respected. It commands the greatest proportions of specialty coffee. However, growing competition and diminishing income need excellent plan executions. So the firm must implement models to compete. Thus, reassessing strategic goals is essential. To increase efficiency, strategic policy must incorporate implemented issue. Today, plan creations and execution are essentials to business success. Business management must also create strong interaction with the workers, customers and also suppliers. Instead of increasing income, manager may consider employee opinion to minimize workplace issue. Coffee Beans and Tea Leaf offer membership card. The member card program has encouraged the credit over cash. So, Coffee Beans and Tea Leaf reward members for following the guideline. Member get this, and this will sustain the deepen their bond, and Coffee Beans and Tea Leaf may be the most successful coffee bean vendor due to their market shares.